What's up, guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. My name is Andrew, but you can call me Andy, and this is J-Rock MD, the show where we talk about all things J-Rock. But on today's episode, we have something super special for you guys. Let's get into it.
These feelings can't be right. Let me your courage stand up and fight.
And what's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in to the vlog portion of Avenged Sevenfold X Good Charlotte over at the RBC Amphitheater in Toronto. Guys, How amazing was that? I mean, unless you were there, it's kind of hard to tell, but I hope I encapsulated some of the magic within the edit there. And yes, of course, we are here on J-Rock MD, which is a Japanese rock, pop, anime music channel, but right now we're doing something pretty cool. If you have not been following along, this is a part of the Summer Music Battle 2026 series, where I go to a collection of Japanese artists visiting Toronto. Luckily, we actually can do that and go see shows like that here in Toronto, which is absolutely amazing. As well as on the other front, we have some Western artists, especially a lot of Western artists that have made up my music taste, that were the entryway into enjoying J-Rock the way I do today. So that's a little bit of a preface, but again, the focus for today is Avenged Sevenfold, specifically with special guest Good Charlotte. I guess it was kind of actually like a co-headlining show, which is pretty cool. There were two openers, both I missed. One of them actually was Statica, which is like a side project of Avenged Sevenfold. I listened to a bit of it on Apple Music, and I was not the biggest of fan of it. It just isn't, it's very experimental. It's not up my alley. If you like Statica, let me know, like, what are the redeeming qualities of that project. Love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. And then, yeah, so Good Charlotte came on at about 7:50 p.m. I went with my little bro, Michael, who is also a huge fan of both Good Charlotte and Avenged Sevenfold. Good Charlotte were amazing. Growing up, I was not the biggest of fan of Good Charlotte in the way of, like, knowing their whole discography. That said, Anthem and, I mean, like, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, so many like bangers. But then honestly, this really exposed me to their greater catalog, and actually a couple of jams that I would actually like to revisit. One of the biggest highlights of Good Charlotte's set was The River. Their song The River, featuring, yes, M Shadows. This was a collaboration that I have heard like so long ago. To finally see it live, oh my goodness, it brought chills to the spine. If you were there, you'd understand. If you know the song The River, you would also understand. So yeah, I would have to say Good Charlotte, really good, solid set. There was this guy like 2 rows in front of me. He was singing every single word to every single song, and it just amazed me that, like, you know, my deep cut bands like Green Day, One OK Rock, and recently Baby Metal, where I can go there and sing every single word of these songs, someone's doing that to Good Charlotte, and it's just something that I'm like, that's pretty cool. This guy's having the time of his life. So that made Good Charlotte's set a 10 out of 10 for me. Moving on to Avenged Sevenfold. Now, the last time I saw Avenged Sevenfold was 2 years back at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, a much bigger venue, but actually with a smaller crowd. It seemed like they could not sell out the entire venue. They actually had Poppy opening for them, which introduced me to Poppy, and I fell in love with Poppy ever since. But Avenged Sevenfold played a pretty lackluster show. It was coming off the heels of their newest album, Life is But a Dream, and I just wasn't in it, and I don't think a lot of the people there were in it, and I don't even think the band was in it. It was just, I don't know, maybe like going back on tour was tough for them, and like just kind of finding their footing and their energy and clicking with the audience again. But even my brother, who introduced me to Avenged Sevenfold, older brother Cameron, he was like, oh, this was not it. So I had low expectations going into this show. That said, oh my goodness, did they ever put on a good show? I think they clocked the show in at about an hour and a half. 12 songs, which seems pretty low for a headlining band. That said, their songs tend to run very long, including songs like Buried Alive, my personal favorite, MIA, and of course, Unholy Confessions. If you don't know who Avenged Sevenfold is, or have any kind of like idea of what their songs sound like, I don't know how you are this far into this video, but if you're willing to listen to them, I think that you'll really enjoy them, especially if you love the metal scene, both older metal classics like bands like Metallica, Iron Maiden, and even like modern artists today like Falling in Reverse or Alexis on Fire, Bring Me the Horizon. They definitely fall in a more like Metallica kind of classic metal sound, which I really appreciate, and I think it, like, listening to them again really made me realize the power of a venue like RBC Amphitheater, formerly Budweiser Stage, formerly Molson Amphitheater, if you are old enough to remember when it was called that. I think even before that it was just called the Amphitheater. Correct me if I'm wrong. What was the name before Molson Amphitheater? Put it in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. But yeah, it was the amphitheater venue is one of my favorites, especially in the summer, because you have this beautiful lake view, you have the beautiful Toronto view, you have the lawns behind you. We were in about the 400 section off to like the right hand side. We got a really good vantage point of the stage. Even in the concert footage that I filmed, it looks like I was further than I actually was. I did use a little bit of zooming, but you could see everything. And that venue I love. You could be all the way in the back of the lawns and still have a really, really good time. The second thing is just seeing a powerhouse of a band that holds a special place in so many metal fans' hearts. That is Avenged Sevenfold. They still got it. You can tell M. Shadow's voice is nowhere near it used to be, but he still gave it his all, especially when he hit those highs and he was harmonizing. What can I say? It was great for the an hour and a half that we were treated. And the set list was phenomenal. I love that they didn't have a lot of stuff from their new album, Life is But a Dream. But if you're interested, set list was Nightmare, followed by Magic, which I was not a huge fan of that song. Afterlife, Shepherd of Fire, Buried Alive, Seize the Day, Hail to the King, all in a row. Those are like 5 bangers in a row. After that, Nobody, which is actually one of my, I guess, songs I don't mind from their newer album. MIA, my all-time favorite Avenged Sevenfold song. This is a song they do not play often. This is like a rarity. This is like, wow, I can't believe I saw this. Along with that River collab with Good Charlotte, Bat Country, Unholy Confessions, and finishing off with Cosmic. We made our way out at that last song to beat the crowd. I don't usually like doing that at concerts, but at Wiser Stage, you kind of have to. Overall, it was really, really good, and because my expectations were so low from that last show, seeing them this time, I'm like, what band are we seeing? And it just brought me back to a time where I could enjoy music for what it is. And it's so interesting. This band does mark almost like a turning point in my music taste. I would say a lot of my music taste is rooted in a band like Green Day, where you have that pop punk sound that then translates into bands such as like Sum 41, MCR, Good Charlotte, Simple Plan, All Time Low, that type of sound, which ultimately translated into the bands that I listen to in Japan today. One OK Rock, Wanima, My First Story, like Survive Said the Prophet, Cold Rain. Like, I feel like Avenged Sevenfold is that one band that almost bridged the gap between my punk rock taste into a more metal, harder taste. Now, they aren't the hardest. Like, back if you go to their Waking the Fallen, yeah, they're pretty hard in that album. But they're nowhere near like a Nemophila, and this is actually almost the band that I pit them against, because there's a lot that Nemophila does in their music that reminds me of Avenged Sevenfold, why I love Nemophila so much, which we recently saw. If you're interested in that vlog, I'm going to put up in the cards here. Nemophila were amazing, and obviously what they had to do in this small venue, it'd be interesting to see the scale, if they could ever get to that point like Avenged Sevenfold. But Avenged Sevenfold, man, the power of their guitar, Sinister Gates, Zaki Vengeance, Johnny Christ, like literally just this unity that just makes these beautiful melodic metal interplays that it's just something that you don't really hear often. And when I heard the song Life by Nemophila, I was like, oh, this reminds me of like a female Avenged Sevenfold. But they're much heavier, Nemophila. They're like super metalcore. Yeah, anyways, I like to make that mix, because in the end of this, we will do a final vlog where we kind of compare and contrast, venue size, bands, different tastes, different genres, mashing it all together, to talk about this summer music battle and really where my head is. Am I going to place my gold ribbon over with the nostalgic factor, or are we going to give it to the newcomers on the J side? I'm really curious to find out. If I had to say a few detractors from the show, one of the biggest ones is, one thing I really don't like that bands do sometimes is rely heavily on backing tracks. And I really found that Avenged Sevenfold, I feel like they're at the point in their career they could hire a background band to do some extra stuff, or hire a background singer to do some of the harmonies. They had M. Shadows harmonizing with himself on a backing track a couple times, and it just comes off as cheesy. I've seen so many bands, and I don't like to compare like Green Day to Avenged Sevenfold. It's just a weird comparison to make, but Green Day, one of my all-time favorite bands, they don't use click tracks, backing tracks. It's all done live. If they want to have harmonies, everyone is performing on stage, and it feels different. It sounds different. It is more immersive, and I feel like if Green Day can do it, I feel like Avenged Sevenfold can do it. Just hire 1 or 2 more people, have someone doing M Shadows harmonies. I'm sure someone would love to do backup vocals for you, as well as like have someone on keys, have someone on a synth, and you can emulate a lot of the things a soundtrack can do, but doing it live, just, it honestly goes such a long way. A band that I really love, well, it's not really a band, J-pop group YOASOBI. They blew me away when I saw them at Wild Bunch in 2023 because they were doing synth stuff, and a lot of the things that Avenged Sevenfold might have in their backing track, they were doing it live with their band, and it just made the experience that much better. This is a perfect segue because as we close out Avenged Sevenfold, we go into the next chapter, which is back on the east side. Yes, YOASOBI is visiting us all the way from Japan in Hamilton, Ontario, of all places, to put on a show as a part of their North American tour. That is next up on the Summer Music Battle 2026. Guys, if you love any of these groups that we talked about today, Nemophila, Avenged Sevenfold, Good Charlotte, freaking YOASOBI, please leave a like on this video, as well as hit that subscribe button and bell notification for when we drop another video in the Music Battle series, which will be coming sooner than you think. You will be the first to find out, guys. Until we meet again, I'm gonna see you all in the next one.